Y'all clap it up. But my dog really flawed in the building.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can. For some reason, I feel like I just want to sing. Dun 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 dun.
I tried to dress up. Hey, you bring the ball, I bring the boobs. Here we are.
This is the ball and boob segment. Brought to you by Manscaped. I don't know what y'all do over there. Manscaped and Maybelline. How about that?
I love it. I probably am leaning further on this the same way you are, but a little bit further on this is absolutely ridiculous.
Shout out to the furry Mike. I just want to say shout out to the furry Mike and the pink cheetahs. I'm gonna take a sip off of that.
So I didn't watch what you said at the beginning of this because I'm booked and busy right now. So this is my fourth show of the day. So for those people who are wondering, I just want to let you know, like I've done 4 shows today. Okay. I'm here and I'm present and I am out of energy to give on BS. That's kind of where I'm at. Leaning further. Please do. I did something I usually don't do. And I listened to Coach Prime's press conference today.
Okay.
And on my sticky note, they asked Coach Prime, do you have a solidified QB? Would you want to have a solidified QB? You have a solidified, whatever the question was. And my man said, who has a solidified QB? Name some teams. Excuse me? Excuse me. Bro, you're the only team that doesn't have a solidified QB. So what are we talking about? Like, these are the things where I'm like, when I try to give you grace and when I say certain things, everyone is like, oh my God. I'm like, you guys, let's focus here for a second. Think about every college team you watch play in college football right now. Everyone has a solidified QB right now. So what are we saying?
Let's take it down a notch to high school.
They have a solidified QB. And this is what grinded my gears. Who has a solidified QB? What does that mean? He said, what does that mean? So you're telling me, okay, let's level set. So you're telling me you have gold jacket coaching, 97 years of experience in the thing. You have all of this history, right? You're the best football player ever. I won't even argue that. You have all of these things, but you now don't know what a solidified QB means? Excuse me? You make $10 million a year. You damn sure don't know how to manage a clock, but that's a different conversation. But you don't know what a solidified QB is? Come on, bro. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Don't play with me. Like, Oh, it gets better.
Talk to me.
Coach, they asked him, is there a possibility of 3 quarterbacks playing this game? You know what he said? I'm not going to play musical chairs. Why would I do that in a game?
You literally did that. Last game.
So here's my thing. I don't mind if you want to go out there and do this thing, because I need Colorado to win this game against Houston. I need Colorado to focus and win the game against Houston. And I'll be honest with you. You know me. I don't care if the quarterback is Jordan Seaton. I don't care. I don't care who the quarterback is. I don't care if it's QB7. I don't care. I just need you to win the game. But what I don't need you to do is lie to me and make me try to look like the idiot and make the people who are asking you questions try to sound like idiots when you put us here. This is your fault. This is your fault. That's why we're here. Like, what are you doing? And now you tell me you're going to, and then stop? Listen, that's why I said it better work and they better win. Because
I don't believe Staub is starting. I believe Caden Salter's going to start. And I still think it's Caden Salter's job to lose. What I think Staub has done, he has jumped over Juju Lewis right now, which is fine. That's okay. I'm not surprised. That's okay. Juju Lewis, excuse me, is considered right now the quarterback in waiting, but there's a learning curve, and that's okay.
Totally fine.
Okay with that.
Totally fine.
But to your point, and I guess I'm getting soft, but I tried to stay away from that solidified question but we're here now, so we're in the water. You got to get wet. And I think the problem is, I know I'm talking really slow because I want to be careful. And I don't want to sound like I'm bashing, but like you said, don't play with us, dog. We're not like just simply say, hey man, we're gonna keep that in house. I'll let y'all know Thursday's presser or whatever.
That's it.
Where we come out with it and be done with it. But when you try to flip it and change it and create that, you literally have challenged our intellect of this game, even from a basic fan perspective. Right.
Because what are you saying? And this is what
I'm gonna say that if I was the reporter, this is why I can't go in that room. Because I would have flipped it back when he said, well, what's a solidified quarterback? The same way you were the solidified cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys.
Forget that. The same way Shedeur Sanders was a solidified quarterback all year.
Damn, that's even better.
What are we talking about? And my thing is this with this is my issue.
Not a hatter.
This is my issue is it's okay to say, I don't know yet. It's okay to say we haven't decided, but yet you are placating us and you're trying to make us sound like we don't know what we're talking about because your ego is too big for you to say, I don't know yet. We haven't decided. We're trying different things because it's Tuesday. That's fine. It's Tuesday.
Right.
And that's my thing. He always does these things where he's like, he tries to make like at the end of the game when he says, oh, we always knew what Staub can do. We always knew if we put him out there, he was going to get the job done. So where was he at against Georgia Tech then, Coach Prime? Where was he? Because you always knew he was going.
Can I say this? I have to be honest. I'm not mad at that, right? I'm not really mad at that. That's coach speak. But the solidified is not coach speak.
But don't tell me. But here's the thing. Don't tell me you don't coach speak when you coach speak.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right? Because he tells it like it is. You know what I'm saying? He tells it like it is. He's going to say it. He doesn't care what anybody thinks. He doesn't see what I'm saying. You can't.
Yeah, but when coaches say I don't coach speak, that's coach speak. Like that's what I'm saying. So that part, I don't even mind coach speak. I mind the you try our intelligence with you ask somebody what is a solidified what is that? You the solidified head coach.
Right. Hey, Hayes, who's the solidified quarterback for Miami? Who's the solidified quarterback?
Tua.
What? What are you talking about? Like
Arch Manning. But I'm just saying.
Nobody has a solidified quarterback, so we don't even have. Texas doesn't have a quarterback right now. Nobody has a solidified quarterback.
I just don't like. To me, and like I said, that right there, because the press conference I thought was fine until that moment.
Me too. Right? I was proud. I was like, "This is good. It's Tuesday. Just answer the questions. Just get them out of there. Whatever." And then you say, "What is solidified? What is solidified? Huh? What is solidified? What is it? What is it? What is it?"
No, but here's the thing, though. But when he got asked the last question, he said, "Oh, that's a setup," and he left.
And there was a football question. What do you like? What do you like about each quarterback? What does each quarterback do well? That was actually a layup. That was
literally what they call a softball question.
That reporter actually had Coach Prime's back.
Because you could have
layup.
That's where you create the narrative, literally for every one of those guys. Man, Caden Salter is a veteran. He comes in. He has leadership qualities, man. Juju Lewis is young, but he has the arm. He has the ability. He's got some. Yeah, he's eager to learn. He's always asking questions. You know what? And if Ryan Staub, he's been here. He's a guy that's a real team guy. He had an opportunity to leave, but he wanted to be a Buffalo, and we appreciate him for that, man. And I know he can do good things. And God bless. And I'll see you guys next press conference. Thank you. Go Buffs.
And we love him to life. Like,
and we love him. Yeah, that was the easiest.
I watched the press conference because obviously I knew at this time I was coming on tonight, and I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe he's gotten better since, I don't know, whatever. And when I listened to it, I was like, okay, oh, perfect. I'm glad somebody asked him this so we can like bring it back in. We can end on a high. And he said, I'm not answering that. That's a setup. And I was like, a setup? Yeah, for you to give an easy answer.
I mean, that's like literally Wilt Chamberlain holding you up over the rim and you just got to drop the ball in.
Yeah.
Like, that's the easiest. And like I said, look how confident I said what I said. And I don't go to no practice. I just made that up.
Because it's coach speak.
Aha. And I like it. So here's what I wanted to bring up prior to I don't know what part you heard or what you didn't hear, but I'll go back here. I feel that Kaden Salter, and I understand every coach is going to do what they have to do in order to win. I believe that wholeheartedly. I did it. All coaches are going to do it. Well, I don't want to say all coaches, but the large percentage of coaches will do these things. I feel that based on what Coach Prime said with the 2-2-2, meaning 2 series for each quarterback, I think it kind of backfired on him. I think that Kaden Salter came and showed what he had. Juju kind of checked the boxes of what we thought it was going to be. And then doggone Ryan Staub came in. And I give him all the credit. He maximized his opportunity. I don't think Coach thought that he was going to come in and score or move the ball as well as he did. Move it around, but not just boom, check, hit the open guy, come back, check down, the guy run it in and come back, broken coverage, boom, hit the guy. And so once that happened, it's like, oh, damn. We can't just sit him now because you heard of the fans yelling name, stop, right? So now you're in a conundrum.
Yep.
So now you're stuck. So now the guy you have, killed a hot hand. Do you go back? Are you worried about this guy's feelings and ego? Again, it's Delaware. Even if Juju Lewis played and he was the only quarterback to play, I still think they win that game.
Right. And again, this is why you have to have an actual plan that makes sense. Because what he should have done is first half is Salter's half. We'll give a third quarter to somebody. We'll give the fourth quarter to somebody else because it's less time for them to make that big of a dramatic impact. But when you bring in Juju, he's a kid. He's literally a kid. He's still 17. Like, he's a kid. He didn't look great. Okay. But then Delaware scores and now it's 10-7. And now it's an uh-oh. Now it's an uh-oh because what you can't do is lose the game. Now we have an even bigger problem. And so I think the next panic was, well, crap, let's just put in Staub now, because if it's bad, this is what I think he thought. If it's bad, we'll go in at halftime and we'll come back to Salters and everybody will have had their time.
Right.
And it didn't work.
And here's what I'll say. If Ryan Staub was who you thought he was, then why was he third?
That's what I've been saying. Because you didn't think he was going to do that.
Right. So why was he third? So there lies. And again, I understand, right? Every coaching decision is going to be perfect.
Right.
What you think is going to happen doesn't play out like it does in your mind, and when you draw it out on paper,
never does.
But here's why I challenge people, and you can answer how you choose, whoever is listening. But it's between you and the man upstairs, or for some of y'all, maybe the man downstairs. But if Ryan Staub had that same performance in the fourth quarter, we wouldn't even be talking. We'd be like, oh yeah, mop up time.
Right. And that's why you do it. And that's what I tell people all the time is like, I don't know everything about football. I know a lot of things though. And what I know is when something is bad versus when something is good, because to me, it's obvious. As soon as I saw Juju Lewis in there, I was like, this is bad. And then when they scored that touchdown, I was like, this is worst case scenario. Because now you have this freshman who is rattled because he didn't look good at all. Now this team has come back. You're supposed to be demolishing this team. You've already made your changes. Now we're kind of in a fix it, right? Like now we kind of have to figure it out. And I'm just going to say this too. Texas did something similar in the first quarter against our team that we played. In our first quarter, we kind of started blowing people out and started rolling out freshmen. And it was a little bit too soon. I mean, it was okay because the competition, But again, my point in saying this is coaches kind of try their luck sometimes. Mm-hmm. But some coaches know how to accept when it's the wrong choice and they fix it. Coach Prime doesn't want to acknowledge when it's the wrong choice. He doesn't want to acknowledge that he fixes it. He doesn't want to acknowledge that maybe the plan sounded really good in his head. It just didn't sound good in the game. And he just won't acknowledge it. He'll just lean into it and think it's the best thing ever. And then mock saying, I don't want to play musical chairs with quarterback in a game. Who does that?
You, sir. You literally just did that 3 days ago, 4 days ago.
You literally.
Literally. So, and here's what I'll say. Staub was third because Salter was paid $569,000 NIL, and Juju was paid $1.2 million.
That's it?
So watch this. No, I got a better one for you, Mr. After the Game. Would Ryan Staub be selfish if he said, hey, coach, I ain't going back out there till you up my NIL? Because I'm better than both of them, according to you.
Period.
Because you told me on the sideline, coach, you said you believe in me. And I believe in me too, and I believe my pocket needs some money.
Yeah, and you told me you loved me in the interview. So you said you loved me. You said you knew I was capable. You said that none of this is surprising you. So therefore, I think I need about 750, 8.
Well, not really, because if he's the third string, he getting the most. The second string is getting the second most. I need the top. Add that together. Coach. See what you can do. Call me in the morning. I just don't. What I'm just trying to say is, this is the kind of response we get for after the game. And shout out to after the game, man. I guess it's he's always in the building. But I'm just saying, the reason Ryan Staub
and he called him Martin Luther Prime, Martin Luther Staub, up that fee.
I don't even want it. That right there bothered it. Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't like it either. I don't like when people take our leaders and are so quickly to apply it to somebody else that did basically nothing against a Delaware team. But I digress.
It's not even that. It's the fact that I get what Prime was doing. It didn't hit the mark, kind of like the solidified thing. It doesn't land well.
Yeah.
But the only reason I say that, because in today's society, if Prime would have said something different, they would have had to make him apologize for that.
Yep. I agree. Yeah.
You know
no, I didn't like it either. I didn't like it.
If you would have called him Pope John Staub,
everybody would have risen.
Prime, you got to apologize for that. Prime, he's dead now. You got to apologize, and then Prime gonna be up here. Well, baby, I ain't mean to hurt nobody's feelings. No, I'm just saying. I get it. I'm not mad at Prime. It was off the cuff, tongue in cheek. I get it, but whatever. I don't want to be a Debbie down on it. You know what I mean? Because he had a dream, and Prime has that. It's an off sense of humor. You know what I mean? And so be it.
I don't want to get down on him because he had a dream. That is hilarious. Yeah. Listen. At the end of my thing is this, and I always tell people this. My favorite part about football is there's 1,000 moving parts, right? And we can have 1,000 opinions about 1,000 moving parts. The one thing though that doesn't change is you have a quarterback, and some teams fluctuate between 1.5, because it's really never 2 fully. It's like 1.5. And right now, we don't know what this is going to be. And also, our coach doesn't understand that we should have a solidified QB. That is kind of where I'm at, where I'm like, what do I do with that? What am I supposed to say to that? What does that mean? It's just weird. So I don't know.
I'm gonna say this, because here's what I want to look at. I'm looking at a kid in Caden Salter.
Baraka Obama. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw DC. Shout out to DC. Here's what I'll say. And I did like, well, because the reporter asked Prom about the underdog. Why do you like the underdog? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, I believe that was a genuine answer. I really
Me
believe
too.
that.
Me too.
I really believe that is how Prime looks at the underdog. And believe it or not, Caden Salter is the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to Colorado created him being an underdog. Why? Because he got to follow in the footsteps of Shador.
Right.
Right. And
Yeah.
because he's not Shador, right, it's no different than Kalen DeBoer following in the footsteps of Nick Saban. But somebody's got to step in those shoes. So I say all that to say, I think this for Caden Salter, he's still a young man, not a kid, but he's definitely a young man. And he may be a little confused right now. And see, the problem is we all think at 21, 20 years old, 22, maybe, I don't know how old the young man is, maybe 22, 23, you got it all figured out. No, I don't, because coach, I don't understand.
I don't
Some of
know.
y'all,
Yeah.
some of y'all 50 years old right now, working harder than your supervisor, and you don't understand right now. How he always get all the praise, and I'm the one that be staying late. I come early and leave late, but the supervisor get all the credit.
Mm-hmm.
You think this 21-year-old kid who didn't turn the ball over, wasn't careless with the ball, blah 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 blah, and it basically got bent. I think somebody put on with the graphic on the screen was he has not been in the game since 2:17 p.m. Like they actually had it down to
It's
the clock.
crazy. Yeah. You know what
So,
else
2
I
hours he was
hated?
out the game. 2 hours he was out the game.
And you know what else I hated is up to the point before he came back in, Colorado had 0 penalties. Because you know me, I type my notes to do my reactions and whatever after the video or after the game. Up to that point, Colorado had 0 penalties. Salters comes back in the game. All of a sudden, everything, the false start, it never quite clicked. And somewhere in my mind, I want, and I'm hoping, and I don't believe it to be true, but I'm hoping it's true, and I have this all wrong, that Coach Prime has went to Salters and said, hey, you're our starter this week, okay? I want you to know you're the starter. You're still the leader of this football team, all right? Staub played well and had that conversation with him one-on-one and got it figured out. Thank you for that comment. And has him and he's okay. And so what we're seeing, I'm hoping is just whatever it is, right? It's just whatever. It's just Prime being Prime. I'm okay with that. Because the problem is, and my video is going to release tomorrow, I say this. My problem is this. Let's just say in a world he goes with Staub, okay? And it doesn't work. Do you in quarter 2, do you now go back and go, hey, Salters,
Come save us.
Come back in. What do you do? Like, what
and
do
again, you're not benching me because I did wrong. I think Salters will have a better understanding if you bench me because I threw 5 interceptions in these past 2 games, blah, 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 so forth and so on. I just think it's a dilemma.
Yeah, and there's a way that you can mitigate this, right? And there's a way that you can say, hey, I just want to let you know you're our guy, but we're going to try a couple of things. I just want you to let you know whatever and allow him that. But to not do that, and then I'm going to say something because I've been yelling this to whoever wants to hear me. The defense has a bigger issue than this offense, but now the offense has an issue.
I said that earlier.
I can hear you. And now we have an offense and we have a defense that's given up like almost 500 yards the first game, 400 yards the second game. They can't stop the run to save their lives. And now we're like, oh, and by the way, now our offense has a problem.
Add this together. 463, and 396. So basically 4. So that's 860 yards. 860 yards.
And just I want to say this because, like I said, I've already made my Colorado video that's releasing tomorrow. Houston, up to this point, has gained 396 rushing yards up to this point in 2 games. Houston has gained basically 200 rushing yards a game. Now, you can go look at their competition and you can say, yeah, but they aren't playing anybody. They aren't playing anybody. I'm starting to think this defense might not be anybody too. And if that's true, it doesn't matter who they played. If you cannot stop the run, you cannot stop the run. If you don't fill the A gap, you cannot stop the run. If you can't get to the outside of the tackles, you cannot stop the run. I can go running down the field. I can't. I'm slow. My boobs might weigh me down as well. But I'm just saying, like, come on.